So, I'm at the Baltimore Yacht Club, and it's pretty quiet, which is nice. Except for some atrocious birds flying around that have the ugliest scream I've ever heard. I've been enjoying it here. It's, again, strangely dead around here. Like, yesterday I went into the yacht club and there was no one there. And there were just like ominous old game show replays playing on the TV. But today I went in and there was a guy, I think he was like the vice commodore or something, who was doing some desk work. So I chatted with him for a little while. But he told me that I couldn't get food unless I came from a reputable yacht club, which I thought was funny. Very pretentious. So, yeah, I've got a pretty sweet hammock system rigged up. Swung all the way out on the boom here. Ooh, I'm gonna drop my phone in the ocean. So, it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it. I've been reading a lot. This book, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, has been like the most fascinating thing I've ever read. It's pretty much just, oh, stupid hammock. It's a two-person hammock, which is why it's so like big. Like I can completely encase myself in it, should I choose to. But back on the topic of the book, it's really interesting. I've been enjoying it thoroughly. My dad gave it to me, and it was also recommended by my grandmother. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's hard to explain without starting from the beginning, as he mentions a couple of times in the book. But I would highly recommend it if you're looking for something like thought-provoking. Wind's picking up. But yeah, we got like a torrential downpour today, which was not forecast. I was looking at dropped my phone. I was looking at the weather yesterday, and it said 0.4 inches of rain over 48 hours. And I think what we probably got was 3/4 of an inch of rain an hour for an hour and a half. So we probably ended up with a little over a full inch of rain over the course of an hour and a half, which sucked. And I wasn't prepared for it. I hate the boat. I took everything off the deck, but I just left a pot underneath one of the leaks, and it turns out with the volume of rain that was coming through, it entirely filled up the biggest pot I had and was then spilling everywhere. So that was a fun surprise in the morning to find the whole port side salon was soaked. And then I ended up having to empty the pot every 35 minutes or so, or else it would overfill and pour everywhere. And this pot can handle easily a full pound of pasta. So that was fun. A little demoralizing, as always. I just wish I had a dry boat. My bed stayed dry, which was good. So yeah, it's nice now. Everything's out drying. Boat's all opened up. Hopefully get some airflow through it. But I think I'm gonna have to dry off all the walls and stuff, because all the walls were cold, and then everything else was warm and humid, so condensation was dripping down the walls of the boat. It was how bad it was. But yeah, what was I gonna say? It was something. I'm gonna be leaving here, I think around 9:30, 10 o'clock, to head to Annapolis, the northern kind of port of Annapolis. I don't know when my dad's gonna get there, but I'll hopefully be all kind of settled in by the time he gets there. So it must have been something. Oh, I know what it was. It was a comment on the mustache. I'm sure it's been noticed because it's weirdly dark. And my mom, I was talking to her on the phone, and after her and Autumn were on the drive back, she called me and she was like, So me and Autumn were talking, and we're wondering how we deal with the mustache. Which is not a good sign for a mustache. But I want to try and grow out the beard, right? But I can't do the beard without the stash. So I'm at an impasse. I think I might just let it go and suffer the consequences. But it's fun. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. So, just gonna enjoy the weather. A little cloudy, not very warm, but not unpleasant. Read my book in my hammock, and it could be worse. So, yeah. Maybe I'll even post this video the day I take it for once. Who knows? Radical idea. I'm almost at 6 minutes now. I don't even know how I can talk that long. It's probably because I don't really talk to anyone ever, because I'm alone. So maybe this is where I gotta get it all out. So sorry, you have to suffer the consequences, but I think it's time I should go. That looks so cool. Bye.